Welcome to the Money Tips No One Told You podcast. I'm Heather with First Pioneers Federal Credit Union, and I'll be your host. At First Pioneers, we're dedicated to caring for our members' financial needs with heart, and that means providing more than just financial services. It's about empowering you to take control of your financial destiny through knowledge and understanding. This podcast is all about guiding our listeners toward a brighter financial future. So get ready to embark on a journey towards financial well-being, because at First Pioneers, we believe that when our members are financially successful, we all succeed. Stay tuned for a wealth of knowledge and inspiration. Hi everyone, and welcome back. I am so excited to begin season 3 of our podcast. I was just thinking the other day that I can't believe that we have done 2 years already, that we're starting our 3rd year on this venture. I know I've really enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have too. So without further ado, let's jump into this next episode. So at the time of this recording, it's actually January. We're a couple of weeks into the new year now. And I'm just curious, how many of you guys set resolutions for this year? I actually set a couple of goals for myself. And I feel like January is a time where, there's many of us that are still kind of settling in, though, to what we want our goals to be and what we feel like we want to accomplish in this new year. Or maybe you're one of those folks that you've already done that. You've already set your resolutions. Hopefully you're not already at the stage of rethinking them. Hopefully you're still working on them. But, wherever you land in that, either way, it's okay. You know that. Even if it's summer before you kind of really decide what you want your goal to be, it's never too late to decide to make a change in your life. And of course, if you reach a point where you need to change the goals that you've set, that's okay too. So always remember those things. And I know I've said it before, and you know that I'll probably say it again many times. I hope your financial health and goals were on that resolution list. We've discussed that too, just how important your financial health can be to just so many aspects of your life. So I know that was part of your resolution list, right? But with that in mind, I actually have 2 services at First Pioneers that I want to talk to you about. Because if you aren't utilizing these in your plans and in your budgeting, you really should. And if you've not yet joined us at First Pioneers, these are actually pretty common services that they're most likely available wherever it is that you bank. So today we are exploring direct deposit and bill pay. And I dare say these tools have really revolutionized the way we handle our finances. Because if you talk about convenience, both of these services they just make your life easier. They save you time and maybe even some money. Let's start with direct deposit. Show of hands, how many of you are already using direct deposit? I think we know we're in a digital age now, so gone are the days of paper checks and those long queues at the credit union, waiting to make your deposit. There are a lot of people that feel like direct deposit, when it came about, was truly a game changer. It allowed you to seamlessly transfer your hard-earned money directly into your bank account. But why would we say that it's a game changer? Well, one major advantage of direct deposit is speed. So there's no more waiting for a check to arrive in the mail or, waiting for your boss to make the rounds and get to you to hand you your check. And then you've got to go stand in line or you've got to wait in the drive-thru at the credit union. With direct deposit, your funds are deposited electronically, which means you can access your money faster and without all this other hassle. And direct deposit also enhances the reliability and security of your finances. You can forget about losing a check, or heaven forbid one getting stolen, because this is an electronic transfer. So your money is going directly into your account. So it just reduces that chance of those, little mishaps, and it provides an added layer of security. And we all want that, right? Another helpful advantage of direct deposit is it can help you save. How, you might ask? Did you know that you can designate what accounts your money is deposited into? Let me see if I can give you an example of that. Let's say you want to save $100 a month into your savings account, and maybe you get paid twice a month. So you could tell your HR department, I would like to have $50 out of each paycheck deposited directly into this savings account. 50 and 50 equals 100, right? And then maybe you want to put another 50 into your Christmas club account, so that when the holidays come around, you've got the money to do your shopping. So you say, okay, now I want $50 a month put into this Christmas club account, and you give them that account number. And then you say, now the rest of it, I want it to go into my checking account. And y'all, it's really just that easy. You just have to have those account numbers and know where you want it to go. And I don't know about you guys, but when I have money in my hands, it's, let's just say, easier to spend because I often will, you spend it without even realizing it. You're out somewhere and maybe it's just as simple as you want a snack while you're out running errands. You've got a $20 bill in your pocket, you break it, you buy your snack, and before you know it, you spent that whole 20. And I don't know if you guys have heard the phrase, I'm sure you have, out of sight, out of mind. And if you have that money go directly into a savings account, then you never sort of quote unquote see it in your checking account. So if it's not there, then maybe you won't feel quite so tempted to spend it. So, that out of sight, out of mind theory may help you save a little more. Plus, it actually just makes it easier. Now, you don't have to remember to go transfer that amount of money every month into your savings. It's just done for you. So it just makes it much more convenient and a lot easier, so you don't forget and, oh, I never did it, and that kind of thing. It's just already there and been done for you. I've actually been surprised at the number of people that I've spoken to who didn't know this was an option. And these are people that actually already use direct deposit, but they really just had no idea of their options for it. So if you do need to set up direct deposit, or maybe one of these additional deposits like we talked about in our example, it's usually a pretty simple process. Find your HR department. They're probably going to be the ones that handles that. If you don't know where they are, I would start with your immediate manager and ask them who you speak with. But it's usually just a matter of knowing the amounts that you want to have deposited into your different accounts. Those account numbers, you're going to need those for sure. And if it's with the second financial institution, like if you're having some put in a bank, some put in a credit union or something like that, you're going to need that routing number. All of that is on your checks. If you have a checking account, you're going to have those account numbers there. Or you'll be able to get them probably off of your online banking, off the paperwork you were given. Or if you can't find it, you know what? Call your bank or credit union and they're going to be able to get that for you. So that's the information you'll need when you go to talk to your HR department. So get those direct deposits set up, you guys. Now, of course, in that same vein, if you do this and then you discover, hey, I actually need that money, it's not like you can't get to it. You can always transfer it out if you had to from your savings to your checking. But hopefully it would be a good start into building that habit of savings. Next, let's switch to the other side of your finances and talk about bill pay. You know how we talked about paper checks are becoming a thing of the past. Well, so are those traditional methods of paying bills through checks or snail mail, as we call it. And, I know that there are some instances where that is still required, of course, or you're using it for a certain type of paper trail. But in our bill pay services, it has actually helped us transform the way we settle our financial obligations. So what exactly does bill pay do? Well, it allows you to automate your payments. And one of the biggest advantages of this is it's going to ensure that your bills are paid on time every time. So then you can forget about all those late fees, those missed due dates. With bill pay, your financial responsibilities are taken care of and you don't have to lift a finger. And I know you've heard me say this before too, and I'm sure I'll say this one again. Paying your bills on time makes up the largest portion of your credit score. Now, how many of you, us, want to raise our credit score? How many of us are looking at it going, that could use a boost? Or some of us are even truly trying to rebuild a score. Well, paying these bills on time will actually go a long way with helping that score. And the truth is, it actually will come up fairly quickly as that happens with more frequency. So not only can you save money by avoiding all those late fees, you could help your credit score, which that could help you save money if it helps you get a lower interest rate on a loan you're taking out, right? So see, I call these wins. They're just all win-win-win-win situations. Now, I know we talked about some people will still use paper as a paper trail for something that they're paying. But one thing about bill pay is it actually allows you organization and record keeping capabilities. So you won't have to, sift through all these stacks of paper bills and things like that. You're going to have a digital record that it will give you a very clear and concise overview of your payment history. So of course that makes it easier to track your finances and maintain your budget. Bill pay is something that you actually set up through your online banking. It's fairly simple. You'll just need to designate the bills that need to be paid and when. And then once it's set up, then of course that all happens behind the scenes and is taken care of for you. So it's a pretty simple process to get done. But of course, if you need a hand, if there's maybe something that you're not quite understanding, just let us know. We'll be happy to walk you through it and help you get that set up for you. I really feel like with these two services, when you sort of join forces of the two, you create this smooth flow of income into your accounts, as well as a smooth and timely flow out of your accounts to handle your financial obligations. So, I think you can see that the synergy between these two tools really creates a seamless and kind of stress-free approach to your money management. It helps you gain and increase control and flexibility over your finances. So, what do you want to do now? You want to go set up those automatic transfers that go to your savings accounts, and you want to allocate those funds for those specific bills, and then you get to enjoy your freedom to focus on your financial goals rather than kind of constantly juggling all these due dates. And of course, I have a bonus tip for you today. This one's kind of quick though, but something a lot of people don't know about, I think. Did you know that using direct deposit may offer you the option to get paid early? Yeah, if your employer participates, your check may be deposited into your account up to 2 days early. Now, admittedly, not all employers participate, but you'd be surprised how many do. It's really a large percentage that do. And I think all of us would love that, right? To me, that alone makes direct deposit worth signing up for. But I also want to point out one more thing about that. I know with us at First Pioneers, we offer that option for employers, and ours is with no fee. And I know that I've seen places that advertise this particular service, and if you read the fine print, there is a fee to use it. Now, of course, it's probably still worth it, but just bear that in mind that some places may charge a fee for that. First Pioneers does not. Hopefully the financial institution you're with does not as well. But make sure you read that fine print so that you know. So as we wrap up today's episode, I think it's clear that direct deposit and bill pay are really valuable financial tools for us. The advantages of speed, convenience, reliability, security, automation, organization, and of course the synergy, they really do make them indispensable in the fast-paced world that we live in. So if you haven't checked out direct deposit and bill pay, I highly recommend that you do and see how they may help you reach those financial goals and save some money. That wraps up another episode of Money Tips No One Told You. We hope you enjoyed the insights and tips shared today. If you have any questions, thoughts, or topics you'd like us to cover in future episodes, feel free to reach out. If you found value in today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your feedback helps us tailor future content to better serve you. There are several ways you can find us if you need further information or need to speak with a financial counselor. Visit us in person in Lafayette or New Iberia, Louisiana, or at firstpioneers.com to find out how to become a member of our family and find other financial information. Also be sure and check out the show notes for important links and important information. Your financial journey is important to us, and we're here to support you every step of the way. We hope you have a great day, and we'll see you next time.